Here are 3 reasons how the closure of the Miami Seaquarium is ushering a new chapter of Florida marine conservation and why this is necessary. First, some quick background information. The Miami Seaquarium, owned by the Dolphin Company, has been there for decades. It's a staple of the area. And unfortunately, in the last several years, in the last couple decades, there's been serious concerns with animal welfare, animal treatment, the quality of the enclosures, and this has actually even prompted USDA to list and give them citations and even try to initiate confiscation attempts of these animals, which many did not go through, and it resulted in those animals dying in the facilities. Now the 3 ways how this is ushering in a new chapter of Florida marine conservation. First, there needs to be a large, a new, a well-run, and not primarily for entertainment, a Florida marine sanctuary. Not only do the trainers, former trainers, other people involved with the animal welfare at these areas, they at least both can agree that there needs to be a new and a large and a well-run marine sanctuary where we can take in animals, do research, but not have it be this place where it's just for profit, just for entertainment, or an area that is run and mismanaged and led to serious allegations like the Miami Seaquarium, which actually recently found out had many issues of late payments on their lease. Second, this whole thing with Miami Seaquarium was rushed by the city, changed for it to be a development, for it to get bought out for $20 million by Terra, then redeveloped into a marina, hotels, restaurants, and a whole little area there. There is a Board of County Commissioners meeting coming up on the 23rd where they do have to make a lot of approvals, so it would be good for the public to be there. And one of the instances of Miami that we know too well is that it's not always the most transparent. It's not always the most well-run. There's concerns with the mayor and the commissioners all down there, especially when it comes to development. An area like this on Virginia Key should at least have more public input and transparency. And 3, there has to be congressional oversight and investigation into what happened not only at Miami Seaquarium, but several other places across the state, you could even argue nationwide, especially with places like the Dolphin Company and what they owned. Because unless there is more permanent and cemented rules and regulations and exposing what happened, then you cannot adapt proper rules and regulations for how these animals are kept in captivity. Because as we see growing in popular culture, among the public and among science, is an understanding that these large marine mammals really cannot be kept in captivity. It is so hard to keep an animal like that, but since we can't release them, we have to have an ethical and a managed way to at least keep the ones that are still in captivity alive and thriving and have a full life. You need really set standards for what's going to go out, not just in what could be a Florida marine sanctuary, but in the areas that still exist across the state of Florida and other places as well.